So far in chapter 13, what we have heard is about what is the kshetram, the body, kshetrajnan, who resides in it, the divinity. And then we heard the answer to another question that Arjuna had asked, which is about who is a jnani and what is jnanam. So, who is a wise person was defined to us in the last few verses. Certain characteristics were mentioned. No ego, detachment from worldly possessions, not being possessive about our spouses, children, our home, our house, and all that kind of thing. But none of it gave us a hint about how to become wise. By detaching myself from the family, for instance, and running away from it, does not make me wise. Completely suppressing my ego does not make me wise, is the way I'm understanding it. So when I become wise, my ego will be tempered. When I become wise, I won't be possessive about my family or my house and things like that. So the logic has to be understood more accurately, and the order needs to be understood accurately. So, if I know the characteristics of a wise person, how do I achieve that? And that's the next verse, or maybe next couple of verses. So, the verse 11 in chapter 13 says, a sincere attempt at finding who you are, who am I, is the first step towards wisdom. And trying to attain true knowledge. So, what is true knowledge? My understanding is true knowledge is anything that is not meant for material benefits. I'll explain. So, scientific knowledge, for instance, inventing a blender for mixing our spices is a scientific progress. It comes from scientific knowledge. Prior to that, we were using our labor, big stone grinder, and we were grinding our mixture in spices in that. Or we might have a flat stone, and some would do it this way. But now we just put everything together in a blender and then hit a button, it's all done. That's knowledge. And knowledge, in other words, knowledge led to it. And that is scientific knowledge. But what is true knowledge? Finding the truth. My understanding is that it is the knowledge about what created all of us. In other words, more a knowledge about the origin of our existence. Such things can be achieved through philosophical thinking, spiritual thinking only. And in this particular verse, there is an emphasis that anything other than that, anything other than seeking true knowledge, is only adding to your ignorance. And I think if we ponder enough, it becomes clear why that might be true. And that's my take on verse.